Now the last four of these in our compliance checklist up here, and you see we are getting more compliant as we go. The last four of these, the right to be forgotten, data access request, data breach notification, and data rectification requirements, these are all four rights that are set up in the GDPR EU privacy and data protection program. So, but these are emails. And so what we're going to do is address all of these in the same tutorial because they're very similar, and there is a really simple little form that you can set up on your site with a shortcode that we have here to get you started. So let's just look at the first one. Notice it says GDPR user request form. Use this shortcode to access user request forms in the future. Now, when I first looked at this, I wasn't exactly sure what this was all about because it's all new to me, right? It's all about data request and being able to see your data in our system. So we're going to use the default text here just to get started. So I have clicked on default text. I'm going to click on the visual to see what it's looking like. Hello, please refer to your data request to forget your data on our blog. This is to report that action has been taken and your data has been forgotten as requested. Now, I think we have to do a little research on this. What actually has to happen when data is to be forgotten is that it's basically wiped from your system, I believe. So if you have any queries, please let us know. And I'm going to add in here at our support desk so that people have a way to contact us further if they want to. So I would input here support at NAMS support.com. Now they can send us an email from there. So thanks, David Perdue, data security officer. And that is a specific thing that the GDPR is looking for, is who is your data security officer. So that's me. I'm the data security person on our site. And I never say hello. I always say, hey there. So I'll do that. All right, so I've saved that. I'm not saved it yet, but that is our text for our email for the response when people request the data to be forgotten. Okay, so our email subject line is going to be your data has been forgotten. And I'm going to send it from the email, the admin email is going to be our support desk. So I'll leave the reassign to user email as the same and save settings. Okay, so now that is saved, and any requests that come in will be down here in this log as well. But let's take a look at the form because we're going to set this up and use it on all four of these remaining opportunities, right? These remaining emails. So all I did was copy the shortcode that was at the top of that page, if you remember correctly. Let me get rid of some stuff here so that we can get back to it easily. Here's the shortcode right there. I've copied the shortcode in a page, given it a name, GDPR request forms. I update that. I can view that page. And it's basically a tab set across the top with data access request, forget data request, rectified data request, unsubscribe. Okay. These are all things that are EU compliant that have to be there so that you respond to people about their data. So requested a copy of the data we have about you. An email would be sent to you with the data after it's generated. So somebody puts in their email address, submit request. We get notification that somebody wants a data request. Okay, it's kind of a pain, but it's the EU GDPR. Forget data. Select what data you wish to be forgotten. You'll be notified by email once it's done. WordPress comments on various posts. Yikes. WordPress post. Articles and posts written by you, we don't really allow that, so that's not a big deal. Comments could be an issue, but I assume we have the ability to sort those comments and delete them. WordPress user data. So user data recorded in WordPress database. Now this would be only the WordPress database, right? So if they want to be deleted from our entire system, we're going to have a conversation with people about that, because there's an impact to doing that. If they want data requested from our entire system, they're going to lose all access to products and all that kind of stuff. So we would send them an additional note about that. So somebody would come here and they'd say, oh, I want all of this stuff removed from your system, put in your email and submit request. Okay. Rectify data request. WordPress comments, WordPress post, WordPress user data. What do you want to rectify? That means they want to change something about their data in there. I don't know what that would be. We'll have to deal with those things as they come in. It's kind of crazy, but that is that. So that's what the GDPR requires. And of course the unsubscribe form is just an unsubscribe form. It's the same as always, right? So that is name and email, unsubscribe. All right, so let's go back to our GDPR plugin. We've got this assigned. We've got this one created. This one is all done. That's really all we have to do is create this this response in here, and we make sure that we follow up on it. All right. So now we're going to look at our compliance and see what it says. We've saved our settings. Look, we are compliant on right to be forgotten. Now we're going to data access. We're going to do the same thing. Use shortcode that's on the page there. Your data. This is data access request settings. So your data request is what our subject line is going to be. And we are going to use the default text as a starting point again. And I'm going to make kind of the same changes I made before. Okay, there's that. Thanks. David Perdue, Data Security Officer. And I'm going to save it. That one's done. Data breach. Data breach is a note that goes out to everybody when there's a data breach. So we probably would, for specific to our site, we probably would put in here at the top, we would put in, you know, if it was mynams.com, we would say something like mynams.com, data breach information. We're going to use collect emails from the data. We're going to use the default text again. Basically tell them to change their password, which is a good thing to do anyway. We're working to bridge the breach and have you notified of further developments, if any. If you have more questions, please contact us in our support desk. Save settings. And there we go. Okay, so data rectification. Again, kind of the same. Save settings. Now if we go back to our compliance, we're looking pretty good. We are all compliant on the 7 key GDPR compliance requirements. So that's pretty much it. Now, as you can tell, this is an incredibly easy and simple process to get pretty much compliant, or at least, until we understand from the EU and from case law what GDPR compliance means. We're doing everything we can at this point to be compliant on our site with this plugin. So, enjoy. I hope you use this and stay compliant. Thanks.